All right, and we are live again, making more cold calls. Hopefully, the people who were just on like a couple minutes ago will rejoin. But I'm making cold calls, and actually, what I'm going to be doing this time is in my dead space. So, like between calls, what I'm also going to be doing, um, on top of answering your questions, is I'm just going to be reading through Alex Hormozzi's tweets and maybe giving feedback or commentary and just my opinion, just to have some other content for you guys to watch. So I think that'll be helpful if I'm actually commentating or giving my feedback on something, so it's not just dead silent in between calls. So let me start the calling. Again, get ready, and we're dialing. So we're dialing right now. I gotta keep an ear out for when someone picks up the phone. So, first tweet. Oh no, let's do this one. Uh, let's see. This says, I think be, do, have is dumb. I propose do and then get. I like that. I like that because in general, most people are like, yeah, I know you have to be the person you have to become. You have to think a certain way in order to achieve these things. It's like, I don't think that's true. I think this is spot on. I think you just have to do what is necessary to get the success. You don't have to think a different way because chances are, as you're doing the things that you know you need to be doing and keeping promises to yourself, you're going to start to think of yourself a different way and then be better and be different. Then you'll have what you want. Great tweet. There's also more to it. He says, you only become someone who meets certain criteria by the actions you take. Meaning, the B happens as a result of the doing, making it irrelevant. I agree. I like that a lot. Because everyone's like, oh, I'm not the kind of cold caller. Like, I'm not that kind of person to make all this money. It's like, yeah, because you haven't done the work. So once you do the work, everything will be okay. I like that tweet a lot. Let's read the next tweet. So far, 12 calls have been made. No one has picked up the phone. He says, 100 no's changes nothing. But what hello, Liliana? Oh, sorry about that. Okay. Bye-bye. Not the right person and Spanish. So, I don't know what I would do with that. Wrong number. Oh, yeah, about that tweet. 100 no's means or 100 no's changes nothing, but 1 yes change everything. So true. It's exactly what I'm doing right here is, like, while I'm doing these calls, everyone's saying no, but then I get 1 out of a lot that says, "Yeah, I do wanna sell," or, "I'm interested in selling." And that changes everything because one deal could be 10,000, could be 100,000, could be 200,000, like, you don't know. That's the cool thing about this thing is, yeah, it's hard work, but it's really not. It's just different than what you've been doing. That's why it's seen as hard to you. Okay, let's read this other tweet. And I have to gonna go slow on these because some of these are, like, thoughtful. So this tweet from Hermosi says, just got asked to help someone write a keynote on a topic the person isn't an expert on. This is so, so simple. Talk about what you know or don't talk. You spread knowledge or you do shit to get the knowledge. Pick one. I like that. That's a good tweet. That was something that he helped me learn a lot actually is whenever I was speaking on social media, is like if you want to speak and do educational kind of content on social media, you don't have to portray yourself as someone who knows more than they think. Like you just have to show people what you know in your context and you have to show people that like you have undeniable like it's undeniable that you have that knowledge because you've done it. So, I like that a lot. Good tweet. Good tweet. Let me see how many dials we made. 49 calls so far. Ooh. Hello, Kristen? Oh, you don't know a Kristen? Oh, is well, what's the relation? I'm sorry. I don't know how I got the numbers mixed. Yeah, I'm my name's Justin. I was just trying to see I wasn't sure if she was the owner of 4664 Ferris. Yeah, my name's Justin. Oh, I called a workplace. I'm being forwarded to her work desk right now. Hey, Kristen, I don't know if you can help. I was actually just trying to reach the owner of 4664 Ferris. Uh, I was actually wondering if you were interested in selling it. Ah, bummer. Okay, sorry to interrupt you at work. Okay, okay. I wanted to be respectful. She's not interested because I did call her at work, and someone actually took the time to transfer. Okay, let's read more of these tweets. In a movie, the Rocky cutscene lasts 2 minutes. In real life, it can last 5 to 10 years. Love that. And there's no background music, no audience cheering for you, no guaran oh, hello, voicemail. Let's do that again. In real life, the Rocky cutscene can last 5 to 10 years, and there's no background music, no audience cheering for you, no guarantee of a happy ending. Play to win, and you'll be out first. Play to outlast, and you'll win. I like that. I like that a lot. And what he's saying there is that people, for the last part, people will try to play to win the game. Hello, John. Hey, I don't know if you can help me. I'm trying to reach the owner of 2825 Bardell. Okay, no worries. Have a good one. Not interested. And he was very fast to get off the phone. But yeah, what this was saying is like, if you play to win, you'll be out first because you can't win the game of life, the game of business. It's infinite. It's an infinite game. You just have to play to keep going. So his thing is play to outlast, then you'll win. I like that tweet. Let's see how we're doing the calls. So far, it's been 7 minutes. 66 dials have been made. That was like what, one contact, two contacts? Next tweet. No one deserves anything, but you can do stuff to get things, no matter how much you think you deserve it or not. Go getting is better and more doable than deserving. I like that. No one deserves anything. That is true. That's real true because everyone, I think there's a lot of people that are just entitled. Entitled to what? Like, you just got to go after the things that you want. Life doesn't owe you. Oh, uh, that's a voicemail. Freaked me out. My dialer was blank for a second. Hello, Michael? Oh, sorry about that. Wrong number. Okay, bye. Okay. You know what? I probably still could have asked because he was generally kind of friendly. I still could have asked that question of like, hey, I know it's a wrong number, but I was actually just trying to buy a house. Would you happen to have one that you want to sell? I should have done that. I'll do it next time. That's how you learn. It's been a while. 689 calls so far, 38 connects, no leads out of those. We'll get some. I should probably read more tweets, huh? This tweet says, make something really cool. Give it away for free in exchange for contact info. Follow up immediately and multiple times to ask them if they want more. Make an offer to those who say they do. Collect money and then repeat. I like that tweet. For oh, someone just popped in and they're out. I like this tweet. Hot take. If a friend ever tell Hello, Sammy? Sammy? Hey, I don't know if you can help me. My name's Justin. I'm trying to reach the owner of 1029 Edgemont. Yes. You're probably not interested in selling it. Would you happen to have any other properties you might sell? Okay, no worries. You have a good one. Bye-bye. On to the next one. Didn't want to sell that one. Doesn't have more properties. On to the next. That's what it is. All right, let's go back to these tweets. I was reading this tweet right here. I like it. Hot take. If a friend ever tells you must be nice to your success, they're not your friend because they don't understand how much work it takes. What's this tweet? Losers fear rejection more than mediocrity. Very true. It's also dependent on how you define losers, but I think I get the point. Because the people, and maybe you can define losers as like someone who is not where they want to be in terms of whatever, and they're not trying to accomplish that thing. That might be loser status. But for example, if someone wants success in real estate investing and they're not doing the work, doing the cold calls like this, or whatever it is, whatever marketing method, then yeah, they fear rejection. And it's okay to fear rejection at first. He told me, I just said I want to buy the house. And he's like, I think you're scum. All you guys are scum. You take advantage of old people with equity in their houses, and you're scum. And I was like, oh, sorry to hear that. I was gonna ask the next question, do you have a home that you would want to sell? But he hung up. So like, yeah, it's okay to be rejected. That's the name of the game. I think I heard actually someone put it this way. Who was it? I think it was Bradley. I think. But I heard someone, I heard Brad talk about the no's that you get the rejection, and the no's technically do make you money because you're going after the yeses. Let's say it takes 9 no's, but 1 yes to sell a $5,000 thing or get $5,000, then that means each of those no's costs $500. So each no, you're like, thanks, right on to the next. Because you know you're making money by the process of doing it and getting the no's. So, hello, John. Oh, you don't know a John? Did I get the wrong number completely? You don't know a John? Oh, I was just looking for the owner of 4557 Inyo. I don't know if that was him. No? Okay, no worries. Thank you so much. Bye. Wrong number. Also, for those of you who are on and popping on, what kind of questions do you have? Real estate investing or otherwise? I'm here to help as much as I can, I promise. Hmm. Hello, Jonathan? Do you know a Jonathan? Did I get the wrong person completely? Uh, no, that's not him, sorry. Dang, dang. Alright, well, sorry to bother, sir. Okay. Mhm, bye-bye. How weird. The guy says he's been getting so many calls for this Jonathan guy, doesn't know him. It definitely was not his nephew because it was a different last name, but he said he's had the number for a long, long time, so weird how it would mix up that number and name that badly. But yeah, if you're here, what kind of questions you got? I will answer them to the best of my ability. I just want to help. 765 dials made so far, 41 connects. No leads from it just yet, but we got plenty of time. We're going to pull out some leads out of these for sure. Oh, guess I should answer text too. Huh? Hmm. All right, Sean, I see your question. What's the best advice for someone who's going to start cold calling next week? I love it. Also, what dialer do you use and what list do you call the most? So, because I've been doing this for a while, I just call the right now I'm calling the high equity list, and there are other like overlapping things, but for the most part, everyone's just high equity, and I'm calling everyone, and there's a lot of people. Like right now, I'm calling about 26,000 people. Uh, if you're just starting, there's no best list, but if you're hello, oh, that was a voicemail, not available. Yeah, but if you're just like trying to conserve your money and not like spend so much and wanting to start cold call with a small list, filter and overlap a bunch of the stuff. So, like, do as many overlapping criteria as you can that would give you an indicator that someone will want to sell their home or at least be distressed. So maybe maybe you do have high equity, maybe you have vacant, maybe you have um, all the liens, every single lien, property tax lien, child support, anything. Like filter all of them, and you'll end up with a super tiny list, a list of like 100 or less, and you just attack that list really hard and see what happens. Like I know people can get deals fast that way, especially when they're on a budget and don't want to have to pay for like 10,000 records, 20,000. Hello, Paul? Nope, this isn't Paul. Oh, yeah, wrong number. Okay, so that's my advice on the list. Shaw is just like filter as much as you can, especially when you're starting out. Probably if you don't have a lot of money to spare for it. And then for oh, you also asked what dialer do I use? I use Ready Mode. Ready Mode is actually super nice. I love Ready Mode, but it's not beginner and user friendly. It can be if you're willing to learn just like I did because I had to like watch all their videos. I had to call their tech support a lot. I'm like, how does this work? Like, where are these buttons that I know normally know the buttons are? So it's not super user friendly, but they do have trainings. Once you get used to it, it's like it's my favorite dialer because it automatically just calls and it calls everyone nicely, and it has list scrubbing in it, so it'll scrub out do not call litigators, and it has phone numbers, so I can buy phone numbers within it and keep it all in one place. Super easy. Um, when I was starting, I used Mojo. Mojo's pretty simple. Mojo's very user friendly, much more user friendly for a beginner. Prices are pretty similar, to be honest, 100 to 150 bucks. Um, I just didn't like now I don't like how in Mojo, like, you have to, like, constantly click and categorize someone even if they don't answer, like, every single call, like, it slows it down. I'd rather just dial. Um, but it's very user friendly. So Mojo's cool. I've used Call Tools. Call Tools is cool too. It's just preference. I like Ready Mode right now. The other thing that you had asked is what's the best advice for someone who's gonna start cold calling next week? One, target your list strong, is don't go, like, all these different counties, all these different places, target one area. It could be one city, could be one place that you really understand. Target that area, like, you might know the streets, hopefully, and, like, what the neighborhoods are. When you do, you just attack, and you just do not stop cold calling until you find a deal. Um, it's as simple as that. You just cold call, you're gonna get a bunch of no's, and the moment someone says, "Yes, I do wanna sell," even if it's not right now, just get out a pen and paper if you don't have a CRM to manage all that, and just, like, write down what they're saying. Like, "Oh, why do you wanna sell?" Or, "What's going on with it?" And see if it could be a deal. Like, that's all it is, and then you'll figure out the rest later. Like, you'll figure out how to set up your CRM to manage all that and do the follow-ups, but start your cold calling for sure. Call a lot too. 148 dials, and I haven't even called that much, but 840 dials, 43 people I've talked to. That was a voicemail. Yeah, 43 people I've talked to out of the 848 dials. So if you're only calling 100 people, you might only talk. Dang, another voicemail, like, back to back. But yeah, if you only call 100 people in a day, you might only talk to, like, 1. Like, you gotta call a lot. That's how you get the deals. So that's my best advice for you. Just start calling, going all in. Dang, 3 voicemails back to back to back. You said, "Can you use a dialer to do this off an iPad?" I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I don't know. Oh, oh, shoot, I'm getting a lot of voicemails. Is that not a good sign? Um, I don't know. I think you'd have to ask your sales rep when you talk and just call the different dialers. You can call Mojo, you can call Ready Mode, you can call Call Tools, whatever, Batch Dialer, and just ask their sales rep. Like, if you don't have a laptop or a desktop or computer, maybe you can do it off an iPad. I mean, like, right now, to give you an idea, like, this isn't connected to my phone. Like, the thing that I'm dialing on right now, it's not like I don't need my phone to call. Like, my phone is hands-free. The only thing it is, it's like this is plugged into my computer, this headset, and the numbers I bought off of Ready Mode. So the numbers that I'm calling from, I have 30 different phone numbers I'm calling from, and they auto rotate. So that's what I'm using. I don't know if you could do that with an iPad. Hello, Richard. Is this Richard? Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Oh, did I? Am I not on? No, my stuff's working. Hmm. Wait, something wrong with my thing? No, I'm not on mute. He just couldn't hear me. That was weird. It's not available for now. Maybe I'll call him another time. Okay. So Shai, you said the most you can do is call 3 hours a day because you work a full-time job. I love that. I love that. You're gonna get after it, man. So if that's the case, you got 3 hours, this might give you a little bit perspective. So for me, using Ready Mode Dialer specifically, and I think it calls much faster than like a Mojo. I'm pretty sure, just based on what my experiences are. Um, what, sorry, I just got sent to a voicemail. But for every hour, I can call about 600 dials. That's for me personally using a triple line dialer. So I'm calling 3 people at once and it's auto dialing. I'm not individually clicking it each time to dial. 600 people in 1 hour. So in 3 hours, I can get about 1,800 people dialed. So that might give you some proper perspective. And within 1,800 people, you probably will be able to pull out a lead or 2 every single day that you do that. And then from there, you just have to manage your leads into some kind of CRM or some kind of website that tracks that you could type out what happens in the conversations, set tasks to yourself to follow up every single month or however. And it doesn't have to be super complicated, but try that. Like, that might give you some hope because even when I was cold calling back in the day or had VAs, each VA would dial 1,800 numbers a day, and they'd be able to pull out, even though they're in the Philippines or somewhere, they'd be able to pull out 1 to 2 leads a day, and that was pretty good. So That could help. Like, I think 3 hours a day, you'll still get stuff done if you're efficient. Now, the biggest thing, the biggest hurdle is just starting, man. I like, believe it or not, the biggest hurdle to cold calling and getting deals is starting. So the sooner you can start. Hello, Nora. Nora. Did I get the wrong number? Okay, sorry about that. I that was not a Nora. Yeah, so the longer you delay starting, the worse it's gonna get. So whatever date that you assign yourself. Actually, did you say you're doing it next week? Also, yeah, why did you say you're gonna cold call next week? Why not this week? Why not now? Like, the moment you get off work today, I'm assuming you're on your lunch or just listening to this on in your headphones, why not start sooner? Like, I'm sure you have dead time during your work, not to cold call probably, but, like, I'm sure you have dead time during your work to start looking this stuff up, to go into the different dialers, emailing the sales reps, "Hey, how does this work? How much money does this cost?" To set up your dialer, to start getting the data and the phone numbers. You can do that right now. This moment, as you're listening to this live stream, you can do that. So, I don't know, might help, man. Like, I'm here to push people and see people change their lives because I know it can, and I want people's lives to change for the better. I wanna do my part. Okay, so I'm gonna break my dialer, pause on my dialer. How many do we call so far? We've called 925, solid amount of people so far. I'm gonna pause the dialer because my 30-minute limit or 27 timer is almost up. And because of that, I don't want my camera to stop. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode so far, cold calling. I'll be doing these a lot more. I'll just be keeping repeating these. So if you want to learn, hear me speak, um, that's what I'm here for. What just happened? Oh, dialer paused. Okay, so we'll be good to go, and I will see you all at the next one.